Hi folks, Anthony here again. Thank you so much for tuning in to my channel. I really do appreciate your time. Now, remember, I'm not a stock analyst. I'm not a financial advisor. Just somebody that's interested in personal finance, who's done okay for themselves, who's been interested in the stock market actively since 1987 when I was in high school, and the stock market crashed, or at least the Dow Jones Industrial Average dropped just over 22% in one day in 1987. So I've been paying attention to it since then. So I wanted to look at AirBNB today. This is a stock I bought sometime probably earlier this year, maybe a year ago. I have 10 shares, so it's a very small part of my Roth IRA, my overall portfolio. And I was watching another channel, I think My First Million, which is a fantastic show. And I get a lot of good ideas about stock investing as well as other things from them. So check them out. Anyway, I think that they were interviewing somebody connected to Airbnb, and they said that they had some things on the horizon that they were going to implement. So I thought I'd take a look. I haven't been happy. I am down a little bit. And again, I am so far up with large holdings in Nvidia, in Palantir, which I started buying around 11, 13%. When companies like Airbnb in my portfolio do poorly, it doesn't bother me. Nobody likes to lose, but it's just, I'm so blessed with other winners that I've talked about in the future. Okay, so it was up 15 cents today. Great. But down 2%. And of course, as we look at this on the 24th of November, and I think this is the anniversary of the DB Cooper skyjacking, it's down. The stock market has been down quite a bit. It was up today. It's a Monday today, but we've had a kind of a correction, so it's not unusual for shares to be down overall the last 5 days. In 1 month, it's down over 10.5%. 6 months, it's down over 11.5%. Year to date, almost 13% down. Remember, this is when all American stock indices have been going up in the last year. 1 year, it's down almost 19%. Now, come on. 5 years, it's down. Nothing's been down for the past 5 years, really. It's really been sideways since 2022. Everything was down in 2022. And then Max, again, you probably wouldn't expect something like this to be down. It's down almost 18%. Was issued, and I don't know if this is stock adjusted or what, but goes back to 2020 at almost $140. Okay. It does show a PE ratio, which means that currently it's profitable, no dividend. But look at that. Think about what you could have your money in just about anything else. Let's compare this, and they no longer have the comparison tool here, but 5 years you're down 18%. Let's put it in something that's considered to be pretty generally safe. S&P 500. SPY is the ticker symbol. Okay. In 5 years, the S&P ETF is up 83.88% when you would have been down, about 16% with Airbnb. So I think that I'm going to sell it tomorrow, Tuesday, November 25th, and put it into something else. I don't know what I'm going to put it into, but there's no sense holding something like that really has no indication that it's going to break out. Plus, I see so many people who are Airbnb hosts who are complaining about various aspects. The market's kind of flooded with people. In certain areas, there's a lot of communities that are trying to restrict them. There's and not necessarily, I don't necessarily agree with that. A lot of people on city councils, on planning commissions, and I used to be on my county's planning commission. There's a lot of people who tend to be kind of on the left, who are in seats of power making decisions, who think based on a few, horror stories that these need to be regulated strongly. There's a lot of people in cities and urban areas who believe that these are taking away housing from other people, which I kind of disagree with. But nevertheless, there's a lot of opposition to Airbnb. I think that there are so many other opportunities in the stock market, in ETFs and individual stocks, which I pay a lot of attention to make more money than I am in Airbnb. The whole purpose of investing is to make money and hopefully not lose money. So I'm going to end here. I'd love to hear from you. What are your thoughts on this? This is not advice, just what I'm doing, and for you to put it on your radar to be very cautious about. Although, you could make money. If you look at it, there's little periods where it goes down and then goes up, down and then up. You could make some money on a pop, but that's more of day trading or short-term speculation. I don't want to do that with this one. Hit like, hit subscribe, leave a comment. I read them all. I respond to them eventually. Thank you so much for your time. I do appreciate it.